So the latest episode of Spy Family actually doesn't have a lot going for it. It was all of a setup for this next arc. And honestly, this arc looks pretty promising. So in the beginning, we're able to meet the shopkeeper. Now this guy was the guy that has been giving the missions to Yor. Every time she answers the phone, this is like, oh, this is the shopkeeper. That's this guy. He's the one that gives the missions, lets her know who she needs to prune, take care of, and assassinate. But he gives her a new mission. This time, the mission is to just protect someone. And we find out that the person that she's about to protect is the wife and child of a guy that he at once was friends with, respected, had helped out, and was another person, kind of a part of the mob, and they had lost the guy and his two sons, older sons, died. So all that's left is the woman and little child. So Yor's job is to protect them as they go out to sea. She secretly will board another vessel, and then she will bid adieu as she seeks asylum in another nation. So all Yor has to do is just make sure she doesn't get assassinated or killed as the bodyguard, which is a new mission for Yor because she's used to just going in, killing someone, and dipping out. Now she has to watch someone else. So this does actually make her a little antsy, I guess is the best way to say it, because she's not really used to a job like this. And there's a lot of questions, which we'll get to next, about Yor and her decision whether or not is this going to be her last job, or what is the reason for her to continue this job in and of itself. Now, the woman that she's supposed to protect has gone through cosmetic surgery and changed the way her face looks, as well as the makeup and such. Done everything she can to protect herself from would-be assassins that would try to finish her off and her child. I cannot believe Yor has kind of been accidentally giving out and saying like the real names to people. Now, this time that reveals everything, it wasn't Yor that did this. It was the woman that says, hey, his real name is Graham. Call him by Graham. People, if you're in disguise and you're trying to make sure assassins don't come and kill you, stop using old names that they know you by. There's a reason why you change your appearance and change your names. You are no longer that old name anymore. Stop saying it in public, which of course, that's what they did. And now the enemies are on top of them, has overheard through microphones placed all over the ship, and essentially knows where to target them, which is basically what next week's episode is going to be, which more likely is probably going to get into some craziness because they know who they are. So the biggest thing that actually, and the one thing that I think is the most important to talk about from this episode, is Yor's decision-making and the family that she has. She runs into her little brother, and the fact is, he of course is all over her. But she starts to realize that he's grown up now. And the whole reason why she took these assassination jobs was when she was younger, to make money to take care of her little brother. Well, he's old enough now and has his own life, but she's still doing assassination jobs. And she's kind of thinking about it is, why do I even need to do this anymore? Who is truly Yor? Is she the one that wants to be the mother and actually do this whole family that's supposed to be fake in the beginning? Or is she still the assassin that she wants to be, that of course she had taken to help out her brother, but he doesn't need it anymore? And it even comes up when she's talking to the woman that she's trying to bodyguard. The woman's like, well, they're your fake family anyway, so who cares if they know or see what happens? So is it really important if they kind of see what happens? Because aren't you truly the assassin? Like, your job, your full job is to be assassin. So if they're your fake family, why does that matter? So which kind of rings true for her. She's like, even Yor's like, is that true? Because that's what it basically boils down to. Who is Yor forger? Is she got this fake family to cover up so people wouldn't think she's an assassin, or, you know, think it's weird that she's young and attractive yet doesn't have a family? Oh, maybe she's a spy or assassin or something like that. So she gets this fake family. No one has to think of that nature. But then she starts enjoying this family and having fun with this family. So then it's like, okay, do I even need to have this assassin job to make money when honestly, they're fine, financially speaking. They don't really come up with the finances, but for the most part, they are kind of independent and pretty good and well off. So it's not like she really needs to have this job anymore. So yet again, who is your forger? And I think they're going to touch a lot about that on this arc, because she's probably going to have to balance between the whole like family thing as well as the protection thing. So it's like, who is she and what does she want to do? Is this going to be her last job to where she no longer does assassinations anymore? Or is that who she truly is? So she wants to continue to do assassinations and kind of put the family thing on the back pedal. We shall see. But I think it actually brings a pretty good question, because now in this arc, as we see it, we'll probably start to see more about her and how she thinks about herself. So we can actually see, you know, what does she want to do? Will she decide to do both? You know, maybe both are her job and who she is. Or does she decide to give up on one or the other? I'm looking forward to it, and that's basically what I'm going to be examining as these next few episodes come out, other than the enjoyment of Lloyd and Anya and all that stuff. So I think this was the most important point of this episode, and the biggest thing to kind of draw from it. Of course, there was other little small things here and there, but this was a good setup for the next arc, and we'll see what happens as this arc continues, because I think it's going to be fun. Anyway, you guys take care of yourselves, be safe, and if you want to continue to hear more analysis on this anime and several others, make sure you like the video, make sure you guys are subscribed, because we'll continue to do what we've been doing best. You be safe, you take care, and Lord willing, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.